Is there one true love? Yes. The ancient Greeks believed that we were once upon a time physically ripped from one another, doomed eternally to search for our other half. Your twin flame, the other half of your soul, a part of yourself, is your true love. Essentially, you are your own true love. Love yourself every day as if you were your own true love. However, don't be discouraged if you do not find your twin flame in this lifetime, for they are always with you in spirit. So stop searching and indulge in a soulmate instead. I am not able to tell you what twin flame synastry is as yet. Does the synastry look just like yours? Is it opposite? Is it the draconic chart? Is it numerology? I do not know, but I will be sure to let you know as soon as I find out. Alas, to the question posed, are soulmates real? I am here to tell you absolutely yes. Soulmates are real and you have a lot of them. How do I know? I have had several encounters with soulmates and the feeling is amazing. They are not a part of your soul itself, but there is an undeniable soulmate connection. There is still a feeling of I am you and you are me. Meeting a soulmate for the first time is like finding a long-lost family member. You just know that this person is a part of your soul family. They are not you, aka not your twin, but you are family. It's like they are not you, but they are your sibling. The blood running through your veins is similar to the blood running through theirs type of thing. I do know that soulmate connections exist, and I can tell you how to find it in synastry charts. The 7th house is the house of the other and is the main ingredient in recognizing a soulmate at first sight. If you have a connection with someone after a while of meeting, but it was not instantaneous on either party's end, then there may not be a true soulmate connection, as in they are not part of your soul family. Say you just met a guy or girl, whatever gender you fancy, and they give you that look of knowing that you are soulmates, and they later say, I just knew as soon as I saw you, but you don't know their birth time in order to find their rising and then their 7th house. I bet you can back into their birth time by that recognition. Your sun is in their 7th house. It's happened to me several times where I look at a guy and just know that we have a soulmate connection. Each time it's been accurate, that the person in question's sun is within a 4-degree orb of my 7th house. So it could go like this, which has happened to me. A guy gives me that look of surprise, acknowledgement, the I found what I have been looking for look, but I don't feel the same instantaneous feeling. I see it in his eyes, he feels something that I have yet to feel, but I will feel once we kiss. My sun is in his 7th house, but is not vice versa. I like him, and once we kiss for the first time, it's like the connection is solidified, and I feel the soulmate connection as well. I know it sounds otherworldly, but yes, it's happened to me several times. If the person's sun is in my 7th house, then I am the one that feels the immediate connection. Yes, you can have a successful forever connection without this instant connection and activation of the 7th house. But that feeling of 7th house activation and what people call soulmate feeling is what everyone is searching for. Once you know this, then you can only date people who have their sun in your 7th house, and you will readily find the feeling that you seek. So like you may have great what feels like soul merging sex with someone who has their 5th house or 8th house in your sun, but will always feel like there is something missing for that I want to marry you and be with you forever feeling. Also, this is why you see unrequited love, or where one person wants to get married and not the other. My husband's sun is in my 7th house. I knew that he was my marriage partner from the moment I saw him. He, on the other hand, did not feel the immediate connection and delayed marriage for 3 years after our first meeting, despite my insistence that he was my true marriage partner. I had to play those games I hate and leave him, in which after 3 months he came back to me and said, yes, I'll follow through with the marriage, and then we wed. After I got into astrology, I realized that with a Taurus rising and Scorpio in his 7th house, he never felt like I was his right marriage partner. He just didn't know what he was seeking. I have 0 personal planets in Scorpio, so now I understand his confusion as to whether or not I was the right marriage partner, even though I felt the immediate pull. This is why our culture is full of ghosting and people not being sure about people, etc. Everyone is seeking the soulmate pull, and most just don't know how to find it. Now that I have given you the blueprint, make sure you follow it and find the person that speaks to your soul. Better yet, Find the person whose soul you speak to, and you will have the ring and commitment in no time. I'm not saying the relationships will last forever or be harmonious, but here's proof. Kim Kardashian is a Sagittarius rising with a 7th house Gemini. Kanye West is a Gemini sun. I found many others, but I won't go through them here. For harmony to be ensured in the relationship, you have to look at the entire chart. Unfortunately, the thing that brings you together may be the one that separates you depending on the chart. Kim's Mars in Sagittarius is conjunct her rising and is in opposition to Kanye's Sun. Sun opposite Mars in Synastry is sure to cause conflict. I have the same issue with my husband, as my rising is conjunct my Mars and in opposition to his Sun. This causes perpetual arguments, so all I can say is buyer beware. And the last question, can you recognize a soulmate connection from a photo? Yes. When I truly realized this was a few weeks ago, when regrettably an actor named Cody Longo passed away. I read the story online and saw his face for the first time. I immediately knew that his Sun was in my 7th house. I had no doubt. So I quickly headed over to astroseek.com to run his chart. Yes, his Sun is within a 3-degree orb of my 7th house. His Moon is also conjunct my Moon. And my Moon is conjunct his Mars. A true soulmate. Interesting, huh? Please like and subscribe to Phenomenal Astrology.